and they want to give back to the community and do a little bit more. So they reached out and appreciate their support. Concrete renovations and landscaping renovations. Those are two companies owned by Vince Boone, a local businessman who's reaching out to get a little more involved with the community, spread the word about his businesses. And then also Vintique Market, which is a kind of a flea market, consignment type place over on retail on Chicago Street. And we had a ribbon cutting on March 1st. It was a great event. They've been really busy, and it's great to see commerce and activity happening instead of empty warehouses over there. Let's see more of that in Geneseo. So we're all about that. So great things going on over at Vintique Market. Hometown Catering and the Gathering Place, also of Atkinson, but they do a lot of catering in Geneseo. They have also joined our Chamber of Commerce. So happy to welcome our new members aboard. Few upcoming events. First off, just a quick note of thanks to the city for inviting the Geneseo Chamber to be a part of the first raising of the flag ceremony. It was a very special day. And as a Geneseoan, I think that that was a very important moment for our community. So, Brandon will talk more about that, but kudos to Brandon and Tom Anderson for their work to make the ceremony become a reality. It was a good day in Geneseo. We have a lunch and learn coming up. It's a basic home maintenance. It's going to be on Wednesday, March 27th at the Geneseo and Atkinson Food Pantry. It's sponsored by Erdman Construction, and the public is invited to attend. Danny Boy's Pizza will be served. And so people can come and learn the basics about home maintenance thanks to Erdman Construction. The 2024 Geneseo Art Walk is on Saturday, April 27th. Things are going pretty well for that event. We're getting lots of artists to sign up, and lots of student artists, and that's a great outlet for them to get involved in the community and expose their artwork to a few more people. Planning for the 2024 Geneseo Music Festival is well underway. It's on Father's Day weekend, so that's going to be a big event for the community. You'll hear more about that as we get a little closer. And then we have 2 murals planned in 2024. So those are going to be going up. We have one scheduled for June, and the other one tentatively August, but it might be in July now. So we'll see how that goes. And then for a marketing update is that we have just approved a spring commercial campaign with WQAD, and the commercials will run on WQAD as well as YouTube as pre-rolls, targeting the Quad City area from April 1st through May 31st of this year. So a 2-month spring advertising campaign to encourage people to shop, dine, play, and stay in Geneseo. Other than that, the citywide garage sales are May 2nd through 4th, the weekend before the citywide cleanup. That does it for my chamber report. Any questions, feedback from the council?
Thanks, Zach.
All right,
Appreciate
thank you.
it. Moving on the agenda, item number 5 would be the engineering report. Tyler?
Thank you, council. For ongoing projects, there's not much on this report that's changed. Northeast Drainage Phase 2, we're still waiting DOT review of materials for designs and reports. North State Street, that's been submitted to the DOT and the EPA, so we're waiting any comments from them. Pedestrian bridge, we have approval of the preliminary concept, so we're working on final concept and structural analysis, so it's along with a cost estimate. Geotechnical report has been completed for MIMEG. For the Geneseo Lake, we're currently on hold with that and awaiting DNR comments. Geneseo Well 33, field survey and preliminary plat is completed, and we're awaiting the EPA comments on the application of the permit. As for the Geneseo water systems analysis, looks like the mapping is nearing completion in the water CAD program. We've got pretty much all the data that we needed from the city, and now we're just working on some exhibits with the EPA application. So, any questions?
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay,
moving on the agenda, item number 5 would be, item number 6 would be public comments related to agenda items. City and ordinance allows members of the public to speak and give input up to 3 minutes. During public comment, there can be no debate or action by the city council this time. Chief, is there anybody in the lobby? I guess, Ann, you're all we got. Nothing? Okay. Moving on, mayor's comments. I have none. City council comments.
I have a real quick one. WQAD did a segment on our Humane Society yesterday. You can go to our Humane Society Facebook page or WQAD, but it was a great representation of our Humane Society, and it also featured my daughter. So, but it was really, really, really good. Of course, I would think that, but if you get a chance to go over and look at it, it's really worthwhile.
Thanks, Martin. Anyone else from the council? Okay, Brandon, city administrator comments.
Hey, a few reminders. Everybody's thinking spring with the warm weather, so some of the important things coming up, getting a lot of questions in. Cemetery cleanup, March 15th through the end of the month, March. We kindly ask any items you have around grave sites to be cleaned up. Only things that are permanently attached to monuments will remain during cleanup. The burn pile, the city burn pile opens. The first day of operation for 24 will be Friday, April 5th, followed by that Saturday, April 6th. Spring cleanup, which is the curbside cleanup, will be May 6th through the 9th. The Alderman for a Day program, we've been talking about doing that at the April City Council meeting. Talked with Kennett and Roothouse today. They're going to help me in the school, hopefully generate a little bit more interest. We created a flyer, only have one student signed up thus far. So we're going to push it to May to give us a little bit more time at the suggestion of Keith today. And hopefully have at least 4 students to participate in that in May. And then, yeah, first raising of the flags, Zach mentioned it, but just want to thank everybody, especially, again, our financial sponsors, Miller Foundation, Springfield Armory, Daughters of the American Revolution, for contributing the funds for everything that's happened down at the landing area thus far. Everybody that attended the event 2 Fridays ago, it was a good day. It was fun, good patriotic event. So that's it.
Moving on, item number 10 would be finance director comments. Item number 10.1 would be the treasurer's report and capital assets report.
All right, treasurer's report. I have made the transfers and the funds. I do have cash accrual done. I haven't posted it yet, but that'll be posted on the next treasurer's report. And then we'll have audit come in, and then a couple of months they'll give us our final any accruals that we need to be posting or any prepaids. Questions on any of the balances on the treasurer's report? Next is the budget book. We're only 2 months in, so there's not really anything that's very concerning at all. You don't usually see that until you're about halfway through, but we do have all of our bond payments have been paid. So those are going to be sitting near 100%. We have been taking in some of the revenues, but we don't have any of our property tax revenues. So those accounts will sit with 0 until we get our first allotment. Questions on the budget book? Next is capital assets. Couple of updates on here. The tilt trailers, the 1-ton dump truck was purchased, and the line crew dump truck, that is also complete. Otherwise, the other stuff's just little things that are coming in. PD did get their furniture and their handguns, and then we have small amounts that went to miscellaneous repairs for the building. I believe it was the elevator. There's some costs incurred for the elevator. Questions on the capital assets report?
We got an elevator?
We do.
Yep.
Elevator in there, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Police department side. Police department side,
What do you do with that?
access to the basement.
You can't walk downstairs?
I can.
No, it's all wire or something, or is there a reason it has to be?
Yeah, back when they built the building, to be ADA compliant, all that fun
It was
stuff.
part of the, yeah, it wasn't a luxury. It was part of the code.
You have to put an elevator in, was the bottom floor?
Rick?
Plus we have all of our storage.
Yeah.
Big, heavy boxes. I think it helps, but I don't know if it's required.
Well, it's already there.
Rick, you were around back then, right?
No.
No?
That's still in North Carolina.
So if we were to build the same building today, is an elevator required?
Really? Yeah. You got ADA, you have to give them the same ability to go where you can go.
Any other questions, Greg?
Nope, I'm good.
All right, last is the capital asset summary. Gonna make it a little bit bigger for you guys.
We haven't had much change on this. We're still waiting on stuff. Sorry. I should know that. Circuit 3 and Circuit 5, the conversion project, that will start again here after line crew is done doing tree trimming. That should wrap up this week. And then they'll get back on that since the temperatures are getting nicer, and we'll be able to do the conversion on that. We're still waiting on 2 parts for the LS6 breaker project. There are 2 copper bars that we're waiting on. And then we're just working on the power plant SCADA system, getting that ready, the servers ready to be put in. The relays for the power plant have been ordered, and the engineers have been lined up to program. And the power plant roof replacement, we have contacted the contractor, and we're just waiting on a date here in the spring for them to replace the roof.
Eric, just quickly, when we replace the lights around for the street lights, the new lights that we put in, the LED lights, they're not as bright as the old halogen or whatever they were before. But I've had people ask me, they go, why are they not as bright? And I go, well, these are more efficient. They last longer. They're more, but they're going, yeah, but they don't generate as much light. And I'm like, I can't argue that, but I can't give them an answer.
Yeah, and it's a different color of light. So the halogen bulbs were like an orangish color, put off a different light. When you try to do an equivalent of that, it doesn't put out the same amount of light. Normally the LEDs are kind of a dimmer light, unless you go a much brighter one. And then once we go a much brighter light, what ends up happening is we get phone calls that the light's too bright and it's going into their windows. So we got to be careful on that, because we're trying to light up part of the street and part of that sidewalk. And some people really want more of a security light that lights up their property. So it's one of those things too.
Just curious. I appreciate it.
Mhm.
Plus, we don't want every insect in the county to come here to roll it up.
True.
On the water side, we're gathering maps and stuff for IMEG, so we can start getting some projects out to bid. Street department, the post-room building is complete, and we're gonna start using it. Sewer lining at wastewater, we've reviewed all the red zone data. Now we're just starting to collect the data so we can get information gathered so we can go out for bid for some manhole lining. And then we will start with IMEG probably next week on doing our projects for our summer overlays.
What water projects are you looking to bid, Chad?
We have North Street. We'll have from Chicago Street to roughly Oakwood Avenue get replaced, all the services.
Yep.
Orange Street, we're gonna go from Chicago Street to Oakwood Avenue also, changing all the services. We gotta do all the tie-ins and disconnects. We still have Chicago Street that we carried over from last year, this year. We will have the disconnection of the water main from North Street to South Street. The 4-inch water main, there's 7 services we'll switch over.
You're gonna bid all 3.
We are going to in-house do Orange Street water main. It's a less traveled road. We want to bid out North Street with being a truck route and stuff. It'll be a lot more traffic control, so we'll bid that out. So, any questions?
Thanks, Chad.
Make a motion to approve the treasurer's report and capital assets reports as submitted.
Second.
Motion by Barnhart, second by Arnold. Roll call.
Rothschild,
Yes.
Kennett,
Yes.
Swanson,
Yes.
Barnhart,
Yes.
Roothouse, Arnold.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Item number 11 would be the consent agenda.
11.1, approval of previous minutes. Regular council, February 13th, 2024 minutes. Committee of the Whole, February 27th, 2024 minutes. Special City Council, February 27th, 2024 minutes. 11.2, Resolution R-24-5, Fourth Amendment to the Agreement with the Humane Society. 11.3, O-24-1, Adoption of 2024 zoning map. 11.4, Net metering annual avoided cost credit for electric. And 11.5, Omnibus method.
Motion to approve using the omnibus method and to approve items 11.1 through 11.5.
Motion by Arnold,
Second.
second by Roothouse. Roll call.
Arnold,
Yes.
Roothouse, Barnhart,
Yes.
Kennett,
Yes.
Swanson,
Yes.
Rothschild.
Yes.
Okay, item carries. No unfinished business. Moving on to item number 13 would be the payment of city and utility bills.
Motion to approve the city bills as presented.
Motion by Arnold. Second by Roothouse. Roll call.
Barnhart,
Yes.
Kennett,
Yes.
Roothouse, Rothschild,
Yes.
Arnold,
Yes.
Swanson.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Item number 14 would be public comment related to all other items. City ordinance allows members of the public to speak and give input up to 3 minutes. During public comment, there can be no debate or action by the city council at this time.
I have a question for Chad, actually. So, my son's house, they recently had a sewer issue, and we brought people out and they said, "Oh, we'll just cap off the washer and dryer and hook it up to the bathroom sewer because probably the washer and dryer were going into the storm sewer instead of the other." And I thought, ugh. And I was talking to another community, and they said whenever they sell a house, they require a plumbing inspection to make sure all the sewer is hooked up correctly. And I was just wondering, have we ever thought of something like that? You don't have to answer now, but like I was surprised. Like, what do you mean there are washer and dryers? No, it was a cast iron pipe out of the house. And but anyway, I was just thinking that I know that's always been a problem.
Yeah.
But
When we were doing that, that was one of the things.
okay. And again, it's very not a negative comment at all. I was just thinking that when a community said we always test the sewer at home sales as part of a home sale, you had to have a sewer inspection. Cool. Anyway, just food for thought.
Yeah.
Brandon, what's the, sorry,
No, go ahead, Craig.
what's the status on the rock?
The Rock.
People ask what that thing is there for, and I tell them, and we still don't have a rock.
It's for you to stand in the middle of.
What's that?
It's for you to stand in the middle of.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
the plaque that they replaced, I thought that was already replaced. Okay.
So the things to come this spring are seating, landscaping, the rock with the new plate on it that was replaced by insurance. And then we have, Chad has a really nice sponsor monument coming for the center back area in between two benches that will recognize those three financial contributors with a drawing of what we believe the first log cabin looked like on the monument as well. Those are the things that are coming for this spring still in that area.
Okay. I just have people asking.
Yeah.
They want to know what that's for. And I said, there's a rock.
Yeah.
They said, I don't see a rock.
Yeah.
And any change of heart? Last chance. Item
Oh,
number
sorry.
15 would be adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion by Arnold,
Second.
second by Barnhart. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. We are adjourned.